Welcome, fellow learners. Are you tired by lengthy videos and looking for a way to quickly grasp their main points? Or perhaps you are a content creator wanting to provide concise summaries of your videos for your audience. You are in the right place. In this video, we will implement video summarization through Python code by utilizing Google's free Gemini API. We can utilize this video summarization for different purposes, such that for study, for content creation, for business purpose, or for just entertainment purpose. So let's first write down what are the different steps that we are going to follow to implement this in our Python code. In the first step, we are going to install and import the required libraries. Once we have done that, we will be downloading a YouTube video. We will utilize this YouTube video to summarize this using this Google's Gemini API key. In the third step, we will be setting up this Google's Gemini API key, and we will be doing this directly in Google AI Studio. Then we will be uploading this YouTube video to this API such that this video can directly be processed from there. In the fifth step, we will be utilizing this API key, Google's Gemini API key, and then uh, summarize this YouTube video. So let's jump into the implementation part. So these two libraries, PyTube and Google Generative AI, we will be requiring to implement this video summarization. This PyTube library will be required to download a YouTube video, and the second one, Google Generative AI, this will be required to get us the API, that Google Gemini API for us. So as I have already installed these two libraries, I will be not running this cell. You can run this cell. You will be having these two libraries in your environment. Once you have done that, we can import the corresponding modules which will be needed at the time of downloading the YouTube video and getting us the API from this Google Gemini. So let's first import YouTube from this PyTube. We will be importing this YouTube module from this PyTube directly. Once we have done that, we can create object of that. But to create an object of that, we need to pass an URL. So let's fetch a URL from YouTube. So let's go to YouTube. So let's go to my channel. This is the channel. We can get any URL from here. So let's take this URL directly from here, and we'll be using this URL, and copy that and paste it over here. Once we have that link, we can pass this link directly to this YouTube module, and then we can create object of this YouTube. We have done that. Now we can run this cell. Now we are having this YouTube object. Now we can filter out all the streams that we are having in this link, and fetch us all those data which are in an MP4 format. So we can do that by filtering out the streams. So you can do the streams dot filter, and then pass. Then we can do this, like we can pass this file extension. We can pass file extension as MP4, and it will fetch us all the library, all the basically videos which are having MP4 format, and we can pass this all directly over here. So we will be having this streams. Once we have done that, we can run this cell, and we will be having all the streams which are in MP4 format. So let's print out what are the streams that we are having. So you can see that we can having streams with the different resolution, like 360, 720, 144, 1080. Even we are also having few of the files which are of audio format. So let's get one video, any one of the video from this. So let's say we are getting first one. So let's say we are using only this 360 format of this resolution of this video. We can take that, and we can directly call the download function from it, and it will download this video for us in our local. So you can see that it has fetched this video from the YouTube and downloaded it in this path. Now we are having this YouTube video in our local system. Next thing is we can set up our Google Gemini API key. So for that part, we need to go into Google AI Studio. So you can search Google AI Studio in Google search engine, and you can go to this aistudio.google.com and then click on this sign in. You can sign it by using your Google accounts. Once you are signed on, you can click on this Get API key, and you will be provided with this UI page. Then you can click on this Create API key, and you will be created with an API key, and then you can copy this API key directly from here. One more thing is like this Google Gemini API key is free for a particular number of requests per day, and if you go over that, or if you utilize more than that, you can use this as pay as you go service, where you will be charged with a few cost. But we would not be needed that to pay anything right now, because this Google provides a lot of quota for even for the free API. So you can see you can make around 1500 requests per day, which is lot enough for learning purpose, for any experimentation purpose. So now we are having our API key. We can directly use that in our code. So for that, we are going to utilize our second library, which we have earlier installed. So we can import that from here, from Google dot generative AI, and we can import it is as Gen AI. Once we have done that, we can basically configure this Gen AI, and for the configuration part, we need to pass our API key, which we have created earlier. I have basically saved this API key in my local environment variable. So for that part, I can import OS, and then I can fetch that from os.envar.get, and then I need to pass the name of the variable which I have saved there. So I have saved it as Google underscore API underscore key. So once I have my API key with me, I can directly configure this generative AI or Gen AI. So we can do this Gen AI.configure and then pass this API key. So if you see, there is you can say this variable or parameter, we can pass this as API key as API key. So we can do that, and once we have done that, we are done with the configuration of this generative AI. Now we are done with the setup of our Gemini API key. Next, we can upload this video which we have downloaded from YouTube to this API, such that it can be processed directly from there. So for that part, we can use genai.upload file, and we can use this function and pass the path to the file directly over here. So we can pass the path of the file to this argument in this upload file function, and as we have seen that this is our path. So as we are already in that current directory, so we can just pass this over here, and then we can take the variable as video as an output, so that we can pass this video variable to our generative AI model when we are trying to summarize this video file. So we can run this cell, and our this YouTube video will be uploaded to this Gemini API. Once that has been done, now we can get our fetch the model. So here we will be utilizing Gen AI dot generative model. Basically this function, we'll be using this generative model function, and we will be passing a model name to it. So the model name would be the recent released Gemini model. So it would be Gemini 1.5 Pro model. So in Gemini other model, the input type can only be either text or you can say the image. But in none of those models we can provide MP4 or MP3 files as an input. But in the Gemini 1.5 Pro model, we can provide video or audio as an input also. So we will be utilizing this model directly, and for the model name part, we also need to pass this models folder name over here. So once done that, let's run this cell. Now we will be having our model. Now we are having our model, we are having our input video file over here. Next we can create a prompt. So this prompt will be really simple. We can write something like summarize the provided video, and it will be just that simple prompt. Now we will be having our prompt. We can generate content or generate the summarized output from this model directly by utilizing this generate content function. So in this function we can pass the list of inputs. So list of inputs would be our prompt and the corresponding video that we have uploaded to this API, this video. Once we have passed those arguments as an input to this model dot generate content function, we can fetch the response from it, and this would take a little while, like 30-40 seconds, and it will give us the output. So for that, for the output part, we can directly print this response dot text, and it will give us the formatted text output from this Gemini API. And you can see we need not to pay anything, and it is totally free of cost utilizing this Gemini API. And we can do around 1500 requests per day using this Gemini API. Once that has been done, we can also see how many tokens this particular prompt has took, and how many tokens or the prompt tokens it has generated. So for that part, we can utilize this response dot this uses metadata, and then we can basically print over here. So you can see around 1 lakh of the data has been taken as an input token, and the total candidate token has been 195, and total tokens would be around 105221 tokens. And you can see this is the summary this particular Gemini 1.5 Pro API has given to us. So like it has given like this: the video is an introduction to conversational data processing using LangChain, and it demonstrates how to build a web application that allows users to interact with data via text or voice input. So we can clearly see that whatever I have talked about in that video, this particular summarization part clearly mentioned those things over here. Like I have talked about Kaggle dataset, so it has written over like the speaker is talking about Kaggle dataset and how many different questions that speaker is talking about. I have shown like we can create a UI, so it has given us that we will create a web application which will be basically interacting with the dataset. So it's really great how we can create this summary of the different videos. I have taken a random video or just from my YouTube channel. You can take any random video from YouTube or your own video, whichever you want to summarize, or if you are learning anything from a video and you just want to see what are different things that a speaker is talking about in that video. For those different use cases, you can utilize this video summarization, and it really helps you before starting a lengthy video, before starting seeing those lengthy videos. So you can utilize this and have a great learning ahead. Thanks for making till the end of this video. Goodbye until the next time.